What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to go over 5 little tricks in Premiere Pro that I use pretty frequently. So right here, we're in Premiere Pro, have some assets on the timeline over here, and the first thing that I do pretty frequently, it's really basic, but just something that I commonly do, is a subtle little cross dissolve. And how to do that, we notice we have 2 clips right here. All I do is right click and then apply default transition, and then notice here it applies that cross dissolve. Here, I'll play it back real quick. Nice subtle little effect, and if you wanted to double click that cross dissolve, you could actually change the duration pretty specifically here. So we'll go with that should be good. Press OK, and we'll run that back. Let's see. Pretty cool little effect there. Super basic, but pretty effective. No pun intended. And another little thing real quick, if we pop into, say we want to color grade this was shot pretty flat in a log format within the DJI Phantom 4 Pro settings. So notice this tab right here, it's called color. If we click on that, opens up a nice Lumetri color panel over here to where we could really dive into our color grading, color correcting. So maybe we want to warm this up a little bit. You just slide that over. And this is just like a slider, see? So darker to the left with the exposure, brighter to the right. That looks pretty good. But yeah, this is where you could get really creative with your look for your overall project. And notice right here, that's how you toggle it on and off. So this is flat, non-graded, and this is with some color to it that we added. Not going to spend too much time with this, but just wanted to show you that real quick. And then what else is cool with this is, say if I love this look and I know this follow-up clip is similar location, similar settings on the camera, same camera basically, what I can do is select this over here and then press Command C for copy. And then with a simple Command V, I can paste that same Lumetri color on the following clip here. That's pretty cool. Now, I'm not the most, I'm not the one that claimed to be the best with audio, but I thought this was a cool little tool, and I'll share it with you guys. Whenever I use this, like every day whenever I'm just in audio. So we'll press the space bar, and then now notice whenever I press the close bracket, it's adjusting audio. And then when I press the open bracket, so notice whenever I press the open bracket, it lowers the audio. And notice whenever I press the close bracket, it raises the audio line. I just thought that was really cool because as you're editing audio, you can adjust the level of it real time. So here, notice real quick, I'll lower the audio while we play it. And then if we wanted to raise it, to hit -6, there you go. We did that by doing the close bracket. So remember, open bracket, close bracket, raise the audio level or lower the audio level. Pretty cool stuff. And to sort of conclude that quick tip, I usually right click on my audio and then hit the audio channels and then either drag them to the left channel or the right channel, whichever makes each of these equal. Because notice now they're on that same line. I'll do a Command Z and you'll see what I'm talking about. See how they're off? I usually like them to be equal, just personal preference. And there you go. And then watch again. Open bracket, close bracket. Thought that was pretty cool whenever I learned it. So what else do we got? Okay, so I work with quite a few captains and boat sales team members as well frequently, and sometimes they explain different aspects on the boat, like different functionalities, different things on the boat. And I like to include B-roll footage over what they're talking about, you know, so sometimes it includes the sales member, and then if they're talking about, let's say, a compass, like what's on the screen now, then I will shoot or show a clip of the compass, you know, or the engine if they're talking about the engine or something like that, basically, just to give the viewer perspective of what they're actually talking about. But whenever we're out in the water, it's hard to get stable shots sometimes. So what I'll do is at least try to get a shot of it in focus, and then I will do a screen grab and then a subtle zoom into it to make it a nice, you know, subtle little effect within the timeline. I'll show you how to do that. So notice here, super shaky, but still in focus. So what we can do is, okay, I'm pretty happy with that shot. So we could go in and we'll switch it back to editing. And what we could do is go in and, let's see if it's set up on here. We'll hit this little camera, see right here, export frame, we'll drag it right there to where that's on our setup right here. And then I'll press that export frame. And what that'll do is take a screen grab of this and put it within this section right here, within our bin. And we'll just do screen capture test. And I'll just, I'll just do JPEG, but notice here you drop it down, you got DPX, JPEG, Open, EXR, PNG, etc. So we'll just rock the JPEG, and then see this check mark, import into project, so that'll put it right in here. And if you're working on a hard drive, this is where you could link that to that drive. For this example, I'll just save it on my desktop. So we'll press OK there, cool. And you know what? Here, hold up one sec. So it actually did something different, but similar setup to where we'll just press this camera and then capture test, save it as JPEG, go into the desktop, import into project, okay. And now here we go. So what we'll do now, we could just go ahead and X that out of there, and then we'll drag this here. And now instead of it just being a flat image, we can add a little spunk to it by hidden effect controls here. And this is just basic keyframing right now. So see this little toggle animation, it looks like a clock. We'll press that. Notice it's at 100. So now we'll bring it forward a bit. This should be good, and we'll just trim that. We'll bring it to the end right there, and then we'll zoom it in, maybe 4. This might be a bit long. And what I usually do is put it a keyframe before the end with this last one, and then slide it over, and then you can also slide this one over. And we'll run that back, and you can check it out. It gives a little bit of a animated feel to it. And that's just a basic zoom in keyframe. And we could swap them if we wanted to zoom it out instead. Notice that, sort of cool. But really my go-to is that first one, just a subtle zoom in. I really enjoy that, especially with music and dialogue and everything. It really ties it together. So that's how you do that. And what else do we have here? All right, so here's a few clips of downtown Fort Myers and Music Walk with my girlfriend and daughter, having a good time. And sometimes I am working on a timeline and I have a space between clips where if I drag the clip, it just doesn't match right, and I'm trying to fill this space. So what I usually do is use the rate tool, and the rate tool will basically slow-mo this clip if I drag it to the right, and then speed it up if I drag it to the left. So it's really easy, really awesome way to do this, in my opinion, especially if you film in like 60 frames or 120 frames with certain cameras for certain shots, because it doesn't really affect the look and feel, and it doesn't really make it choppy. But anyways, so check this out. So I press R on the keyboard, and notice now this little icon, and then what I'll do is basically just drag to the right to fill the gap. And now check this sequence out. It filled the gap, slow-mo, popped it back. So that's just one way that I do that. I'll do Command Z and show you guys again. So it's basically press R on the keyboard for rate tool, and it's right here as well, and then just drag it to the right. Now say if we wanted to do some speedy type tornado effect or something, I don't know. Notice I dragged it to the right or to the left with the rate tool, and you'll see shortly that it really speeds it up. So, but I usually use the slow-mo function with that more so than the speed up, but that's just personal preference. And one of the other quick tips I wanted to show you is basically not stock footage, but stock audio tracks on YouTube. So what you can do is, let's see, go to YouTube. This is my channel currently, and then I go to where it says YouTube Studio. And then from there, you can go to Audio Library. And this gives you a large, wide array of stock sound, basically, that you could choose from. Like this Squatta BTV, let's hear it. So we got some trap or something. And I don't know what this is, but that's a little heavy, but they have some great, let me pause that real quick. They have some great tracks to choose from. I was just popping through the, let's see, the jazz and blues, and here, check this. This sounds pretty good, actually. So let me pop back to Premiere. But yeah, guys, well, anyways, that's just some basic tips within Premiere Pro. Pretty sure I hit 5 little tricks and tips within Premiere Pro that I wanted to pass to you all. I know the cross dissolve one's pretty basic, but I was pretty stoked on the open bracket, close bracket, audio adjustment whenever I learned about that, and the scale in, scale out, making a shaky image or shaky footy into a still image. That's I use that one for many projects now, and just a great way to fix a shaky issue. And the rate tool, love it. It's awesome. Recommend it. And what else we got? And yeah, just stoked to pass this knowledge on to you all, and hope it helped in some way. Hope you learned something. If not, let me know. If so, let me know. And make sure to hit the subscribe button and smash the like button if you would, to help with the algorithms with YouTube, and share this with your friends and whoever you think is who would be stoked to watch it. Anyways, again, this is Marshall, and until next time, thanks.